Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
It's really disheartening, making it all about each of you. People go to church to try to reestablish their lives. And for you all to make this between you two, it's shameful, actually.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Pauline Jones says she was performing a solo at church when a jealous choir member booty bumped her and says she fell off the stage and hurt her ankle.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Ms. Jones is suing Diane Blake in the amount of $750.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. So we fighting in the choir robes. That's what we're doing now?
Unfortunately.
Good grief, my God. We start off in singing and giving praise, and it becomes this brouhaha. What happened? What's going on here?
Well, Your Honor, initially, the choir director, Martin, he gave me a phone call as well as a text message, and he told me that I was replacing Diane Blake because she was ill with the flu.
Were you ill with the flu, Miss Blake?
I wasn't feeling well, Your Honor.
Is that a yes or a no?
I wasn't feeling well, yes. I was
not feeling well. You were not feeling well. That is a true statement.
That is a true story.
And so Ms. Jones getting the call was based on something that actually happened because you had to tell somebody I wasn't feeling well.
Exactly, but
what? Go ahead.
I did not tell them that I wasn't going to show up the next day.
Well, why would you show up if you weren't feeling well?
I woke up that morning and God said, you got this, girl. Mm-hmm. And I just said, Spirit has led me to do what I do, and that is to go to church, make sure the pastor and everyone that was waiting for me.
This happened on what day of the week?
The Sundays today we had our solo at church.
All right, so this is a Sunday service.
Yes.
You woke up Sunday morning feeling much better.
Right, and I never told.
Saturday, not so much.
Well, you know.
To the point where you say, I don't think I can make it?
No, I never said that I didn't think I would make it.
And after you said you weren't feeling well, what was the response to that?
That was it. That was it. We ended up talking about some other things, but never anything that I would not show up on Sunday.
So there was no reason for you to think that someone was replacing you on Sunday?
Absolutely.
You were minding your own business and you get a call?
I get a call from the director, Martin.
Okay.
Church has protocol.
And what's the protocol?
The protocol is the director, he called me and told me that defendant Diane Blake was down for the count, that she had the flu. He specified that she had the flu, and that it's time for me to shine and it's time for me to step up and demonstrate my gifts.
That seems very ungodly, to couch it in those terms. It's time for you to shine, as opposed to it's time for God to shine, and whoever is best equipped in the moment to deliver, that's who we need. Because otherwise it sounds like it's about you and it's about Miss Blake, when really aren't you all glorifying the very essence of why you're there to begin with, in terms of the higher power, the spiritual aspect of the singing to begin with?
Well, sometimes she feels that way.
But
I'm sorry, say it again?
I said sometimes she feels that way. I've known her a long time, and she...
You can speak for her on that?
Well, she said some things where she feels a little threatened by me.
What'd she say?
Well, has said before that, you know...
Well, don't hold back now.
Yeah, she just said it's her time to...
Y'all were playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots there for a minute there.
She just says it's her time to shine.
Did you know she felt this way about you?
I would feel some tension when I was in her presence, but Your Honor, I was only reiterating what the choir director said to me. And to be honest, she had no right to even be there. If she never was there, I would never been...
She had no right to come to church?
She had no right to come on the platform when I was singing, because that wasn't her call. He gave me directives.
When you got there, did Martin say, we're going to have Miss Jones singing?
No.
Nobody told you anything?
No.
That's not making sense to me. So Martin has a conversation with you, and based on that conversation, you get a call saying she's out, you're in.
Absolutely.
And then what happens?
Okay, a day later, I'm at church. I'm getting ready to sing as I was directed to by the director, Martin. And then she thrust herself on the platform where I was. And she came aggressively. And she stood in close proximity to me. And so I'm singing on the mic, and she had picked up another mic, and she started singing, just bogarting me.
Coming up on America's Court.
So what happened?
I'm singing. I was well into the song. Then all of a sudden, she appears. And then all of a sudden, she booty bumped me, and I fell down.
Not the booty bump.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Pauline Jones, who is suing Diane Blake for medical expenses.
You see her singing.
When I walked in, I was handed a mic as well. Within seconds, we both
Who started singing first?
I don't know who started.
Who started singing
She
first?
knows I was singing it first when she came in aggressively.
You don't just have someone all of a sudden just start singing.
Right.
There's some protocol with the order of things.
I was handed the mic like every Sunday, or the Sundays that I sing.
But you saw her singing.
No, I didn't. She was starting to walk up. So we all were kind of coming in at the same time. She and I were at the same time.
That's not true, Your Honor.
She's on one area, someone's hand. I don't know where she received her mic. I was handed a mic, and I just started singing. And we both started walking up, and she looked at me. Nothing was aggressive, because two people singing, okay, so we'll just sing it. It won't be a solo. Now
Why was
it'll
it
be
a problem
duet.
to have both of you sing?
Number one, I got directives from Director Martin that I was to sing the solo.
Okay, so
And
now
then she
you're
thrust
at
herself-
church.
Yes, Your
there
Honor.
to worship God.
Yes.
And we're in this spiritual environment, and our egos are not a part of the equation.
No, sir.
Our egos are not a part of the equation. Right?
This is true.
You all are seeing each other. Neither of you are backing down from the singing. So did it ever occur, let's just both do this?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
that
exactly.
occurred to me. That was my mindset, that we'll
Same
just
with
do a
me.
duet.
Yes.
Because when I
Now
started
you all are in agreement right now that the church say amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Because
And yet
I'm professional that way.
we had a situation happen.
Yes.
Because right now everybody's kumbaya, but in the moment, not so much. So what happened?
Okay, and so then I'm singing. I was well into the song, and the church was giving God praise and worship, and it was the high praise and worship. And then all of a sudden, she appears, and she thrust herself in close proximity to me, very close proximity, as if we were in competition. But my mindset and my actions were, wow, she's here, so perhaps we'll just do a duet. But she was still elevating her voice real loud and singing over me. And then all of a sudden, she booty bumped me, and I fell down.
Not the booty bump.
Oh, no.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Inside the church, we're doing booty bumping
This is
here.
true, Your Honor. This
Fellow
is true.
congregants in their choir robes.
It was
This
a
is
little
true.
bump because
It was a little bump.
Because we were we're walking down.
Was it a little bump with the booty?
I guess so. You
So-
could call
so
it.
then
I
it
would
was
say
a
it was more
booty
the
bump.
hip. It was more like a little, yeah.
Like a hip thrust.
Right. Yeah. But not that.
Because there's such a big difference between this and that.
Yes. Yes.
Your Honor, she turned her body and went, bam.
We've established that it's more of a that than not a this. Okay.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
There's a different statement like you're gonna learn today.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you.
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
Because a hip is more like, kind of like scooch over.
Because
but
we're in a tight
bumping someone
space.
is like move.
Oh, yeah. No, it was not deliberate.
But you lost your balance.
I lost my balance and I fell. She put the booty bump was so
Oh, no.
profound until I fell. And
It
then
was
when I
drama.
fell, the choir
It was very
director ran out,
dramatic.
and one of the church members, and they were assisting me to get up. And in the meantime, she had grabbed my robe, and my
Who
robe
grabbed your
ripped.
robe?
Defended
I was helping
Diane
her
Blake.
because she was about to step over into an area where she would have hurt herself. So I saw that happening in real time. So I grabbed her robe so she wouldn't fall, because I'm a good Samaritan and I'm a good Christian that way.
And we are talking about God-fearing women
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
who are devoting themselves in this moment
that's right.
to a higher purpose and calling. And this is what we're doing.
And Your
Did the
Honor,
robe tear?
Yes.
That's
I'm
because
totally embarrassed, Your Honor, because of the incident, because I know we live
I
our
gotta
life
tell
on
you,
the highest
both of you,
principles in the earth realm.
both of you, come on. So many people find themselves turned off from religion because people will portray themselves one way,
Yes.
and yet even in the church, there's all this backstabbing and gossip and drama and people trying to leverage their position. And then you wonder why the churches aren't full on Sundays, because folks are like, I ain't got time for that.
Exactly.
You all are supposed to be representatives of what's good and what's right. So in this moment, you are not at your finest demonstrating that message.
But Your Honor, this is typical behavior
See?
for Diane Blake.
See what I mean?
As soon as the church doors open, she's always come with a lot of shenanigans, a lot of
Here we
drama. She's
Here we go.
narcissistic.
You heard nothing about what I just
You
said.
just would- yeah.
You took what I said and went, yeah, I ain't got time for that. I ain't trying to hear that, Judge. Let me tell you how bad of a person she is. That's what you're giving me. You're giving me information and disparaging her. And I'm saying, that's really what you want to be about? You got a national audience watching you. And you want to take the time that you have to make her look bad so you can look good.
No, Your Honor.
That's
There's
what
a lot
you're
of
doing.
wonderful things.
Stop.
that-
That's what you're doing. And it says volumes about your commitment to the faith that you profess.
Coming up on America's Court.
But you still cause damage to property that didn't belong to you. Typically, what happens?
Typically, the person may say, thank you so much.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Pauline Jones, who is suing Diane Blake for medical expenses.
And don't think because I'm talking to her, that gets you off the hook. Because was the robe torn
Yes, Your Honor, the robe was torn.
as a result of you trying to do the right thing?
Yes.
But you still caused damage to property that didn't belong to you. Typically, what happens in that case?
Well, typically, the person may say, thank you so much. You know me. Well,
Excuse me, Your Honor, I had to go to the hospital. And I had to get x-rays, MRI, follow up with therapy as
You have
well.
proof of all
I
that?
believe the
I have
therapy part.
proof,
Show
Your
me.
Honor.
Show whatever evidence you have.
Whatever you want to give. That's it?
And I see that there's a text. Deputy Thomas, read the text. What's that about?
Sure. Okay. Pauline, I just heard Diane is down for the count with a nasty flu. The Lord works in mysterious ways. The anniversary solo is all yours. Be ready to take him to glory. Don't you worry about a thing. I knew the Lord wanted me to leave this flock. Diane needs to stay in bed, keep her germs to herself, and watch how a professional handles the high notes from her live stream. My heels are high and my spirit is higher. Look here, Diane. I just got back from the doctor and this boot cost more than your last 3 wigs.
Oh.
I'm sending you the $750 bill for my ankle and my robe since you decided to play bumper cars on the altar. Pay up. The only thing I'm paying in attention is to how delusional you are. You tripped over your own ego trying to bump me. The Lord saved your life, but he didn't say I had to save your bank account. Not a holy dime. Oh, so we're playing no income netty now, huh? Since you settled this in the sanctuary, we can settle it in front of a judge. Fix your hair, find a lawyer, honey, because I'm suing you for every cent of that $550. See you in court.
Coming up on America's Court.
I am speechless. My flabbers have been gasted right now. I am without speech. Church ladies. Wow.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Pauline Jones, who is suing Diane Blake for medical expenses.
I could have even sued higher, but the policy of the principles of the Word of God, the church don't sue each other.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, because your actions are speaking too loudly. I've got proof of these medical benefits. You said $550, but the actual total charge was $625. And then to replace the robe was $125. What do you have, Ms. Blake?
I have some email correspondence.
You got more text between the two of you?
This is actually with.
I get paid by the
This
word.
is
I tell you, it's your lucky day.
Girl, Pauline was.
Everybody's girl?
Girl, Pauline was doing the absolute most. She was flailing around the stage like a windmill in a hurricane. And that fall, please, I've seen more realistic acting in a middle school play. She was being way too dramatic for a little stumble. Exactly. I'm surprised she didn't call an ambulance to the pulpit and ask for a casket fitting while she was at it.
That's what you're saying.
It was at the moment I was.
I am speechless. My flabbers have been gasted right now. I am without speech. Church ladies. Wow. Ms. Blake, why don't you feel as though you should have to pay for the damages that Ms. Jones sustained?
I believe she sustained some of those injuries on her own. It was how she fell off the stage. It was way too much. I'm trying to grab her so she would not fall any further and hit herself any harder. So I was being the Good Samaritan, being the Christian that I am, to make sure that that fall did not result any harder than it was.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
It's really disheartening. I think I'm more disappointed in both of you than anything, making it all about each of you. People go to church to try to reestablish their lives and try to make sense of the world. And for you all to make this seem as though this is a versus concert between you two is just, it's shameful, actually. But based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel will come down in favor of the plaintiff. And hopefully that you all will take some time and really pray about positive could possibly come out of this. Is there anything you want to say to each other before we dismiss?
Yes, first and foremost, I would like to apologize to the audience for my behavior, because again, I strive to live my life to glorify God. It's a mega church that we attend, so a lot of people witness this, and for that, I'm embarrassed. And I will continue to pray for you, and I petition your prayers.
And you, ma'am?
God bless.
We are adjourned. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $750. This has been a production of Allen Media Group.